In the grand theater of global power, the old scripts are being torn up. The year 2025 has revealed a world where alliances are no longer set in stone. They are fluid, pragmatic, and often surprising. Nowhere is this more apparent than in Asia, a continent that is both the engine of global growth and a hotbed of simmering rivalries. For decades, the United States shaped the regional order, but that order is being tested by rising powers and protectionist policies. India, China, and the United States. The triangular relationship reshaping the world stage. This is the most significant geopolitical story of our time, a test of influence, strategy, and economic survival. The primary catalyst for the recent thaw in India-China relations can be traced back to a single, powerful force: American economic protectionism. In 2025, the Trump administration doubled down on an aggressive trade strategy, imposing wide-ranging tariffs. Those tariffs have hit Indian exports hard: steel, aluminum, agricultural products. These measures created significant economic headwinds for New Delhi, disrupting supply chains and hurting businesses. Prime Minister Modi's government confronted mounting political pressure to find relief. In a surprising turn, India found a potential, if temporary, partner in its longtime rival China. Beijing, long targeted by U.S. tariffs, has been actively seeking allies to resist American economic pressure. High-level talks became more frequent as both capitals explored alternative markets and reduced exposure to the U.S. The message is clear. If Washington keeps squeezing, India has other options, however complicated those options may be. As India explores closer economic ties with China, it does so with profound caution. China is already one of India's biggest trading partners. There is real potential to expand commerce. Chinese investment could help fuel India's ambitious infrastructure plans. But the trade balance heavily favors China, flooding Indian markets with cheap imports and pressuring domestic industry. Many fear those imports stifle manufacturing and cost jobs. Security concerns, especially around telecom, remain acute. India walks a fine line, leveraging economic gains without compromising strategic autonomy. China's diplomatic outreach is a calculated strategy to reshape regional order. Through Belt and Road projects and new financial institutions, Beijing has built a hub-and-spoke network across Asia. The goal? A Sino-centric system where China's influence is paramount. Beijing has offered to buy more Indian farm produce and pharmaceuticals to ease complaints about the imbalance. It proposes limited, issue-based cooperation, tactical concessions to counter U.S. pressure. Yet China's deep ties with Pakistan and assertive maritime moves create contradictions in its outreach to India. India remains a target for Western partnership, a counterweight the U.S. has long cultivated. So, New Delhi treats China warily. Transactional cooperation, not trust. Despite pragmatic logic, India and China are haunted by a long and troubled history. The 1962 war left a deep scar and set a contested frontier that endures today. The 2020 Galwan Valley clash reignited fears, fatalities, and an erosion of trust. Those events hardened Indian public opinion, making close rapprochement politically fraught. Both sides maintain substantial forces along the undemarcated frontier. A small misstep could escalate. Domestically, any move seen as conciliatory toward China invites fierce criticism. Prime Minister Modi is walking a tightrope, needing economic relief while projecting strength. Small tactical deals can ease pain, but long-term dependence carries risk. Washington's tariff brinkmanship aims to extract concessions, but it creates diplomatic headaches. Revoking India's preferential trade status and imposing tariffs looked, in New Delhi, like a political slight. India retaliated with counter-tariffs on almonds, apples, and other agricultural goods. The tit-for-tat dispute adds uncertainty for businesses and erodes goodwill. The world is moving toward a multipolar order. Old certainties are tearing away. Washington can no longer take allies for granted. Diplomacy must accommodate competing interests. The choices made today in Washington, New Delhi, and Beijing will decide whether Asia moves toward cooperation, competition, or conflict. The world watches as these titans recalibrate their positions on the global chessboard. This is Pulse News, Asia Desk.